Hola, subscribers, and welcome to Life School Energy Chats 101. In today's small segment, we're going to go over the understanding of our cells. What is a cell? How does it charge? And how does it function? And how can we best understand that from our own human experiences? So, back in 2013, when I got extremely sick, I was on a deathbed and I continued to hear and see these signs around studying cells. So I listened to those subliminal messages from my subconscious, unaware of what they were at that time, and found this whole new world of healthcare, which helped me to get off a deathbed, but then began the foundation for everything that I was then to learn, from Reiki to yoga to hypnotherapy to body talks, to name a few. I would break everything down to the cellular vibration to best understand. It's like if the whole world was built out of Legos, we would understand how these Legos work to best understand the universe that we are a part of. Well, it is all based off of atoms and cells. Cells are that of living matter, the material, and atoms everywhere. So when we can understand how vibration works and what the vibration is made up of, then we can charge, clear, heighten, transmute, in the sense, take care of and manage our own cellular vibration. So we're going to draw our little baby cell here, and we're going to then reference it to that of a cell phone. And that's something that we all know a lot about. So we've got our little baby cell right here. Hello, cell. And then we have that of our cell phone. Now, our cell phone, if you have it turned on, has this reference point to let us know what percentage our phone is at, what charge it is sitting at. Now, what reference do we have to let us know what charge our cell is sitting at? Do we have a little percentage that we can go in and check and go, well, you're at 7%, you're getting low, so we need to then charge you or think about getting you on a charger soon. We're already aware you're working at a lower charge, which also then starts to affect the phone. It starts to lag and delay. Very similar to our own cell. Now, what are the indicators letting us know that our cell needs charging? We have a lot of them. We have our very own ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions that will let us know where the percentage, the charge of our cell is. So, in the understanding of our ideas will let us know, we will have ideas like, I'm getting tired, I should sleep, I should rest, I should take a break, I'm aware that I'm running myself ragged. We'll have a pretty good idea or reference point or indicator of where our energy's at by noticing how we're feeling. Now, I reference to some of those thoughts too. Those will be thoughts like, I should do this, I should take this action, this is getting imbalanced. We'll have those ideas and thoughts. We'll also have the feelings of feeling tired or feeling lethargic or feeling like we're getting run down. We'll have our actions even showing us where we're tripping or dropping or stubbing things, right? Or we're physically not appearing like ourselves. We have bags under our eyes. We look drained. We look dehydrated. there's all of these indicators from our very own cell, its ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions, letting us know when that cell needs charge. Now, the issue sits with the human, us, the individual, and its decisions to ignore, avoid, neglect, right? So we can ignore these signs, we can avoid these signs, we can neglect these signs, we can also label these signs falsely. We'll call something something when it's actually something else. And therefore, then we create a false idea about the actions, the feelings, and the thoughts that we're having, which in itself, when we have false or fake ideas, this is false or fake air that is then fueling our thoughts, fueling our feelings, and then driving our actions. So if we've got fake air doing that, this fuel, it's like we've gone to the gas station and we filled up with synthetic instead of regular, and then the car's not running properly, and we're wondering why. And we will feel when our cells, when our minds, when our bodies, when our hearts aren't running properly. We will feel when we're not like ourselves. And these are also indicators. When you don't feel like doing the things you normally love, that in itself is a huge sign. Hey, your highest self is not the one driving your matter, your material, your body right now, your vessel. So all of these indicators let us know. But then we as the human have to go and look into the psychology behind why we would then ignore, avoid, neglect, or label falsely these ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions that are just letting us know our cell is not working at its proper function, at its optimal state. And so as a result, you're going to have less than experiences be attracted to you. So we have to look at then, why does the human continue to do this to itself? The hue, men. So we're going to break that down to the hue, which we know is the 7 chakras. Those are our hues, our energetic values. And the man will go to masculine, and not giving masculine to the male and feminine to the female. Masculine is how we're giving of ourselves, and the feminine is how we're then receiving. So if we look at this, we break it down to the 7 chakras, which are emitting and rippling out the energies, the ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions we have stored within this little cell. They're emitting out into the atmosphere at an alarming rate. And so what ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions, what hues are we emitting, are we giving to ourselves and the collective and the atmosphere? That is what we can then go into look at. If we don't have an idea of our ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions stored within the cell, if we have yet to even explore the realm of our subconscious mind and accessing all of our memories and going in and organizing all of them, then by default, we are giving of ourselves, of our hues, of our energy in imbalanced ways. You're bound to have stale, stagnant, unprocessed information. The ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions make up the in, for, mate, ions. There's our atoms, so the information. And look at that, information. Are your elements in formation? So then this gives reference to that there is an order in which, an energetic hierarchy in which to things and creation flows. In formation, first there's the idea, then the thought, then the feeling, then the action. And these informate ions need to be mates. They need to get along. They need to communicate with one another. And what our society celebrates and pushes is this compartmentalization, along with a very false understanding of the masculine and feminine energies in reference to gender, which results in a complete separation and severing from 50% of ourselves and 2 of our main elements. So if we can work together to gather our ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions by becoming aware of what they are, we are then better set up for success. The information stored within this cell comes from pre-existing cells. So we're talking about the genetics, which then are stored in our RNA and DNA. And the DNA sits at the center of the cell, and the RNA gets to orbit around it like the electron. And we'll get into that furthermore, thinking of the DNA as the proton and the RNA as an electron. So then when we can understand that our genetic information is stored within the cell, then that will give more encouragement to the human to better take care of itself and understand what it's carrying within itself so that it can best understand what it continues to manifest and experience in its whole life. If within the RNA and DNA is the genetic coding and that comes from pre-existing cells, then what is it that we're inheriting and how is that then affecting us? All of this can be learned as we further go into understanding this cell, what it is, how to charge it, and how to best take care of ourselves. Thank you for joining me for this little tidbit of Energy Chats 101. And what, in a sense, I'd like you to take from this is a better understanding and an observation now of your own ideas, thoughts, feelings, and actions, where they're coming from, and if you are then ignoring, avoiding, neglecting, or labeling falsely your experiences, and therefore not going into charging and taking care of your own self. Begin to become privy to your own human behavior, and we will get into much deeper of an understanding as to why we do these things, why we would ignore, why we would avoid, why we would neglect. We're going to break it all down as we go into understanding the self. I will catch you next month for our Energy Chats 101. Mwah.